3, 2, 1, start. The present criminal miscellaneous bail application has been preferred by the accused petitioner seeking his release on bail in connection with a case registered at the concerned police station for offences punishable under the relevant provisions of the Indian Penal Code. The petitioner was arrested during investigation and has remained in judicial custody since then. After completion of investigation, the police submitted the charge sheet before the competent court and the matter is presently pending for trial. Learned counsel for the petitioner submitted that the petitioner has been falsely implicated in the case on account of previous hostility between the parties. It was argued that the allegations contained in the first information report are general in nature and no specific overt act has been attributed to the petitioner. Counsel further submitted that there is no independent witness supporting the prosecution version and that the statements recorded during investigation contain material contradictions. It was further contended that the alleged recovery was made several days after the arrest and was not witnessed by any independent person. According to the learned counsel, the prosecution has relied mainly upon statements of persons closely associated with the complainant. The petitioner has no previous criminal antecedents and has permanent residence within the jurisdiction of the trial court. Therefore, there is no reasonable possibility of his absconding or avoiding the proceedings. Counsel also submitted that the investigation has already been completed and the continued detention of the petitioner is no longer required for any investigative purpose. The trial is likely to take considerable time because several witnesses have been cited by the prosecution. Keeping the petitioner in custody for an indefinite period before determination of guilt would cause serious prejudice to him. Learned public prosecutor opposed the bail application and submitted that the allegations against the petitioner are serious. It was argued that sufficient material was collected during investigation connecting the petitioner with the alleged offence. The prosecution expressed apprehension that if released on bail, the petitioner may influence witnesses or interfere with the evidence. It was therefore prayed that the application be rejected. The court has considered the rival submissions and carefully examined the material available on record. At the stage of deciding an application for bail, a detailed examination of evidence is neither necessary nor desirable as the same may affect the trial. The court is required to consider the nature of accusation, severity of punishment, available material, period of custody, possibility of the accused fleeing from justice and likelihood of interference with witnesses. In the present case, investigation has been completed and the charge sheet has already been filed. The petitioner is no longer required for custodial interrogation. Nothing has been placed before this court to establish that the petitioner has previously attempted to evade the process of law. The apprehension regarding influencing witnesses can appropriately be addressed by imposing suitable conditions. Without expressing any final opinion regarding the merits of the prosecution case, this court considers it appropriate to allow the present application. Accordingly, the petitioner shall be released on bail upon furnishing a personal bond and requisite sureties to the satisfaction of the trial court. The petitioner shall appear before the trial court on every date fixed unless his personal attendance is specifically exempted. He shall not directly or indirectly threaten, induce, or influence any prosecution witness and shall not tamper with the evidence. He shall intimate any change of residential address to the court and shall comply all conditions imposed upon him. It is clarified that observations made herein are confined exclusively to disposal of the bail application and shall not influence the trial court while deciding the case on evidence. In case of breach of any condition, the prosecution shall be at liberty to seek cancellation of bail in accordance with law. The application is accordingly allowed. Stop.